Hey, what's up, boxing fans? This is the Rope and Dope Report. I'm here with another video, no predictions, just a subject. Real quick video here. I want you guys to comment on this because it's not going to be a long video, but I want you to comment on this. I'm going to go off underrated fighters, whether not even being known or hardly being known to the general boxing public. Not necessarily mainstream, but there is some sort of a mainstream boxing fans too, you know what I mean? Obviously Glenn Johnson is a guy that you gotta look at. He started his career, he fought a bunch of fights, and he was kind of brought along slow, and then Bernard Hopkins beat him. And then he went on a stretch where he was about 500, you know? I think it was like 16 fights maybe, like 8-8. I don't know for sure, okay? I'm not gonna get the stats out right here because it's a quick video. But he went through a rough time. You know, but that's how he learned how to fight. And not only that, some of those fights, and a good chunk of those fights, he won anyway. It's just his style is not necessarily a promoter style. Even though he always is in good fights, in my opinion, he always makes the brawl, you know, or not brawl, but he always makes the other guy fight. It's just when you got a nice, skillful, kind of pretty fighter or just a big money guy, you know, it slows them down and it makes them look ugly. You know, check out, I mean, against Roy Jones, against Dawson, good, you know, pretty good puncher, good fighter, made Dawson look a little different. So I really think that, I almost said Chad Johnson. Glenn Johnson is one of those guys that, in my opinion, he's right outside the pound-for-pound top 10 or the pound-for-pound skilled fighters out there. He's underrated. Nate Campbell, go look at his record, man. Yeah, okay, he's got 5 losses, but he's fought a lot of people, okay? And some were bad decisions, some were his mistakes, completely. But he's a very underrated fighter. Not really known by even some boxing fans, like, you know, or even kind of in-between boxing fans who are maybe used to be more of a fan of it, but didn't like it from, like, you know, maybe 98 to 2003, 2004, 2005. Some people, you know, boxing really kind of faded a little bit slowly but surely throughout that time, and they did lose some fans in there. So that's another guy that, you know, he's got a big fight coming up with Timothy Bradley. That's another guy. Let me see. Penalosa. Jerry Penalosa. This guy, he's old now, okay, but he's got a lot of wins. He's got some bad decisions, and he just fought Lopez, who is a young up-and-comer. He got hit so many times, but the guy's never been on the ground. The guy, you can't knock him down. Not only that, but he landed 20% of his shots back, which is a high rate when you're getting your head beat in. Freddie Roach stopped that fight. Penalosa is a guy that's a great fighter to watch. He's very skillful too. He's not just not a senseless, brainless brawler who just gets chumped. Only, you know, maybe he'll knock out 10 guys in a row that are nobodies, and then he'll get beat by somebody that's good. It's not like that. Penalosa is a guy that I don't think a lot of people right now know. What else do I got here? Well, I think Nonito Donaire. I think he's still young, very young fighter, but very, very skillful. Not a lot of people know him. You know, he's not a big deal. Not a lot of people, you know, maybe they don't like his style. I like his style because he can box, do circles, and punch you hard. That's my type of guy. You know, I love the brawlers, but I also like guys that box. I love all fighters, man. You know, that's my thing. Anyway, I'm trying to make this quick. It's kind of quick. Who else did I have? You know, Calderon. Ivan Calderon. Another guy that I just think is underrated. You know, he's a very skillful fighter. He's got a handful of fights coming up, I believe, and his weight division is starting to get a little full with some talent there that I think at least 2 to 3 guys will at least test him, and then we'll really see what he's about. But he's passed the test. So far, he's a really skilled fighter, but he's just not that big in America. Once again, I think, you know, that kind of goes off the video I just made about boxers and how, you know, boxer type fighters don't get as much respect, and, you know, whatever. But anyway, I'd like to see your comments on just underrated guys that you don't see on boxing forums. You don't see YouTube stuff about them. You know, when you have a fight, at least doing a show, and you'll get thousands of views on this guy. But then you do a video on this guy who's just equally as good, a fighter, but just underrated and not known, and you'll get like 200 views. So I just want to see what you guys think. I know I missed some. I did it on purpose because I really want this to be an interaction thing, okay? Peace. This has been the Rope and Dope Report.